Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 28416 Southwest Wagner Street here in Wilsonville. We're located just to the right of the front doorway. I describe everything as if you're standing out in the road facing the front of the house. So the clean out access here, should you lose track of, this is not a terribly difficult one to hunt down. It sits right in front of the big main window out front here. And it lines up perfectly with this vertical line here, the one closest to the front door. 3-inch ABS clean out will be our point of access. Water's running, we are zeroed out, and off we go. That is a superbly clean flow line right there. That's exactly how you want your line to look. Just transition to 4-inch 3034 PVC. And the folks in Wilsonville are apparently treating their lines pretty nice. This is the second house I've done this morning. It is amazingly clean. Camera's upside down right now if you didn't figure that out already. Anyway, what keeps your line nice and clean like this is not putting grease down the pipe. In this case, the line ties directly into the manhole out in the street. About every fourth, fifth house or so, it kind of depends on the neighborhood, we'll tie right into the manhole rather than tee onto the main. Just makes it nice and easy to figure out where your sewer line goes. You've got a nice landmark you can look at out in the road. We're going to go locate the camera head real quick just to verify what manhole it goes to, then we'll pull back here once the line's drained. Alrighty, located the camera head. This one's a bummer, they have a cover plate underneath the manhole, so you can't. I get a weird satisfaction out of being able to look through a manhole and see my camera down underground. This one doesn't let you do that, unfortunately. But if you look to the house to the right of this home, there is a manhole that sits straight out from their driveway. This line terminates into the manhole in front of the neighbor's driveway to the right of this house. Again, that's as you are oriented looking or facing the front of this home from the street. So as we pull back in here, I'll locate at the curb to see if the line actually crosses the property line or if it just runs at an angle under the road to get over there. Mostly, just, you know, if you cross the property line, you generally speaking have some kind of easement in place with the neighbor, if that's the case. What likely occurred at one point, the reason the line's doing that is that's probably where the furthest the main lateral came at one point. This may have been the very first house on the next set of homes being developed in here, and that was the closest thing they could connect to. Otherwise, the line would be going straight out. Yeah, the line is running at an angle. We're at the kind of the very front right corner of the property. The trajectory that's taken, it looks like it's going to cross the curb, very close to where the, visually speaking, you would say the right side edge of the property line is. Sometimes the line will jaunt completely onto the neighbor's property and then turn and shoot out. In this case, the line just runs at an angle. All the PVC pipe looks great. Drains beautifully, nice and clean, no issues. And that right there looks like there's a little nubbin on that joint. It's either a little bit of excess pipe glue, it might just be the just tiny little remnants of a knockout plate that used to be there. It's nothing but just a visual observation. Nope, it's probably glue, because right here they got a little bit of excess in the joint there too. Nothing concerning about that, it's just something I'm noticing there. And a similar thing here, a little extra pipe glue at the joint. Usually when you see it once, some people are pipe glue happy and they like to put extra glue in. Alright, we're going to flip the camera around here and run backwards for just a second. Everything from this point on is all exposed piping in the crawl space. The home inspector will look at this. So if you want to keep your line this clean, Again, the main thing is not putting cooking oil and grease down your line. Fats in general, down the kitchen sink drain is generally the main culprit. Let your pans cool down, wipe them out with a paper towel, or pour the grease into a jar. You don't necessarily need to do that if you have a thin little coating of PAM spray on a pan. Hot water and soap handles that fine. It's mostly when you've got real quantity on your pan, like if you turn the pan sideways and it runs off the pan in beads, flows off the pan. That's really the stuff that gets you. But one of the main keys to always do is use hot water when you wash your dishes. And when you're done washing your last dish, keep your hot water running for about another minute. That helps to make sure that any grease and fats that are in the line, it helps to keep them melted and emulsified until it gets either to the main lateral or just a good distance from the house before it starts cooling down. Anyway, great looking line there. Great flow end to end, all the pipes in great shape. Sewer line's functioning properly at this time. Very nice looking line. In fact, I'll show this to you here in case you're curious how the line is routed. Got a decent little landmark here, aside from just the manhole. You've got a light pole right there at the front right corner of the property. From this vantage point here, the line's going to go to the right of that light pole. It skirts right past it at an angle, just beyond that, in this same direction is the manhole. It runs right there. Pretty simple configuration. The line has about one turn in it, runs straight out, hits a 45-degree turn, and then just runs straight to the main. In case you're curious where the sewer line is.